me. You really like me. Thank you. Thank you. I just want to thank everyone that allowed me to get this Golden Bunny Award. Let me stop, guys. This is actually a brass bunny that I got while traveling that I just love. So, hi guys, it's me, Seren, back with another video. This video, as you can tell by the title, is going to be about award shows, and specifically Black award shows and Black awards and things like that. So the background on this video is it is February 15th. It's the day after Valentine's Day. Hopefully everyone had a good Valentine's Day or Single Appreciation Day or whatever kind of day you had. And the Grammys are tonight. And I don't care. I really don't give a fuck. I don't even know anything about this year's nominees or anything. Like I always say, I feel like the very concept of an award show is antiquated by nature and outdated, and I just really don't even care. But the Grammys are tonight, and I don't care. The Oscars, I believe, are on the 26th of this month, I think, and I don't care. But for anyone wondering, I think people said that they were going to live tweet a Black movie in protest instead of watching this year. They did the same thing last year. They live tweeted Coming to America, and the Oscar ratings actually took a big hit because everybody knows that niggas watch the most TV. So they are going to be boycotting it. I'll probably participate in the live tweet boycott thing, but I'm definitely not going to watch. Before I get into the meat and potatoes of this video, I do want to say that I did not watch the SAG Awards, the Screen Actors Guild Awards, but that award show found Black actors sweeping in all the categories. The SAG Awards are voted on by the actors themselves, so the nominations and the voting process is not done by a committee or anything like that, like how the Oscars and the Grammys are. It's done by actors for actors. I'm sure we've all seen those commercials for the SAG Awards where people are like, oh, the SAG Award means more to me even than the Oscar, because I know that my peers recognize my work, which kind of leads me to believe that even the actors themselves know that, award ceremonies like the Oscars are bullshit, because they're getting voted on by, like, God knows who, these committees that, who even decides that these niggas know anything about movies and shit like that. Like, a lot of actors say they prefer the Screen Actors Guild Awards. So it's interesting to see that when actors vote for other actors, I think like 6 or 7 like Black actors, like in all the categories they were nominated, they like swept, So that was really interesting to see. But even though I'm not that fond of award shows, just because of, like I've said before, the internet and this whole idea of, who gets to decide what is the best. The Screen Actors Guild Awards kind of make sense because it's actors, voting on other actors. But award shows in general are kind of operating under this kind of inherently flawed premise. But the NAACP Awards were this year. They were last month. And this year, they made a really big splash. I will probably say this is the biggest splash I've ever seen the NAACP Image Awards make. It was a very high-profile event that was attended by a lot of people, lots of celebrities. Taraji P. Henson won, and she gave a really moving speech that, if you followed me on Instagram, you saw that I posted a video clip saying, we don't need anyone's validation, our own is enough. And I thought that was really powerful, and I love that she said that. And that is why I'm making this video about Black award shows, because, you have your NAACP Image Awards, you have your BET Awards, even though BET is white-owned. I believe it's owned by Viacom, and last year they gave Sam Smith some bullshit-ass award. But there are pockets of, prestige and voting blocks and awards given, for us, by us. And I think we don't really talk about that enough, which is why I loved that the Image Awards were such a big deal this year. And I loved that Taraji gave that speech, because it is true. We can, especially with the amount of, money that is, floating around, Black Hollywood right now, we can, if we really wanted to, fund our own projects, award ourselves for our own work. You know, we can create our own things. And I suggest that also, if you're going to be live, you know, tweeting the Oscars protest, I also suggest that in lieu of the Oscars, we all check out the Black Reel Awards, which I'm a huge movie person, and I never even heard of the Black Reel Awards before this year. Someone asked me to do a Black Oscars video awarding Black excellence, which I thought was a great idea. And then someone else had a comment about the Black Reel Awards, which I had never heard of. So I actually looked it up, and for anyone that doesn't know, the Black Reel Awards began in 2000, and they were designed to annually recognize and celebrate the achievements of Black people in feature, independent, and television films. Now I'm going to read you guys a little bit from their Wikipedia page. The Black Reel Awards were founded by Tim Gordon and Sabrina McNeil in 2000. The FAAF / Black Reel Awards benefit the Foundation for the Advancement of African Americans in Film, the FAAF, which did you even know that existed? A non-profit arts organization whose mission is to provide educational opportunities to future minority film executives. Through the FAAF programs, Real Kids and Producers Institute, scholarships are awarded to minority junior high, high school, and college graduate students pursuing careers in the movie and television industries. In 2015, the foundation changed its name to the Foundation for the Augmentation of African Americans in Film. So, of course, there will be links in the description box to their website and all types of information on them. And they have the same categories as the Oscars. Best actor, best actress, supporting actor, supporting actress, movie of the year, director, all that good stuff. Except it's all Black. And this year, the winners will be announced tomorrow, February 16th. So please make sure you check their website out, because unfortunately they do not have, a television broadcast show. They just announced the winners on their website. So Creed and Straight Outta Compton lead the running with 9 nominations apiece, including a Best Actor nod for Michael B. Jordan for Creed, and Best Supporting Actor nods for Jason Mitchell and Corey Hawkins for Straight Outta Compton. So it was really amazing to see people support the NAACP Image Awards so hard this year. I thought it was a really good sign, because previously a lot of us, have this internalized anti-Blackness that comes out in the form of like, I don't watch no Black awards, they're Black, they're ghetto, they're low budget, ha ha ha. People will fucking tune into the VMAs and talk so great about the VMAs, but then, there's a habit of talking down on something like the NAACP Image Awards and things like that. There's a habit of talking down on Black things from other Black people. And that's our internalized anti-Blackness, kind of manifesting. So it was really great to see people support the NAACP Image Awards. And I hope that the word will spread about the Black Reel Awards and about the Foundation for the Augmentation of African Americans in Film, because it's so quiet, not much is known about it. And I hope that the word spreads to the point where they can eventually, have a televised ceremony, because that would be awesome. Because Black award shows and Black ceremonies are a thing. It's always great to see us lifting up and validating ourselves. And I said, I'm a huge film buff, and I just heard about this, this year, last month, when someone happened to leave a comment, like telling me about it. So, and I just think it's really important. It's really, really, really important. Again, like I said in my whatever that video was on the Oscars or whatever, that, like I said, I think that the Oscars are trash anyway, and it's bullshit. But I do think it is important to see, Black people lifting each other up and supporting each other and pushing each other's achievements and awarding each other and validating each other, A lot of people say, like, oh, like, the Oscars, whatever, like, but the Oscars do matter in terms of, getting people jobs in the future, because you're supposed to get a certain amount of prestige. Not anymore, because we've pretty much all established that it's racist, sexist, classist, homophobic, fucking bullshit. But it's like, if we can build up our own shit, too, to possibly get to the level of an Oscars, of a Grammy award, of a SAG award. We can build up our own shit, too. So, yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's quick, super quick. Check out the information in the description box. Please check out the website. And yeah, food for thought as always. See you guys next time. Peace.